You're watching Soleful Discussions.
All right, so hi, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How did we just meet right now? How did our paths cross?
So right now, I was just getting out of class, we met, you introduced me, and I, talked to you, and you asked me a couple questions if I could be on YouTube.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I'm here and I'm ready.
And you were on the phone. I'm sorry for interrupting
Oh
you.
no, it's fine. I was already getting off.
Okay, you were like, yeah, hold on one second, I'll call you back.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
said,
dope.
I gotta do something real
Absolutely,
quick.
I appreciate that. So what are the topics I gave you? I gave you 3 topics
Yes.
that we're going to talk about. You remember?
It was for the mental right?
Health, yeah.
Mental health, and I don't remember the last 2.
Okay, so feet, how you feel about feet, and then reflexology.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this. When you hear the word feet, what do you think about? First thing goes through your mind.
Feet, honestly, feet, like.
Okay, so you think about your actual feet?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think of like any particular thing? Pedicures? Do you think about walking? What do you think about?
I think about like feet, like measurements,
Okay, so
like,
sizes.
Yeah,
things
sizes.
Like that. Okay.
And like you said, pedicure too.
Okay.
And just like little things like shoes.
Okay, nice. I'm gonna ask you questions today. It'll be about your thoughts about feet. Feel free to answer however you like in those moments. Okay. What about mental health? When you hear that, what do you think about?
Honestly, in my opinion, I think mental health is like one of the biggest things because mental health is a big thing for everybody.
Absolutely.
Because it could be stressful, it could cause depression, it could cause so many things to the point you put yourself down.
Absolutely.
And a mental health is a big thing. Like, it's like how you feel, how you think. So honestly, if you have a good mental health, you'll have a good day. But if you're down and not in it, you just feel like you're gonna have like the worst day ever, worst weekend, weekday. As long as you have a good mental health and you're like on a positive attitude, you will have a good day, a good week. Because honestly, if your energy is good, you will have good energy coming back to
That's
you.
what you reflect.
Yes.
Right? You get that back. Absolutely. And I can kind of tell, like, when I came up to you, you were like high energy. You seem like you're a very happy person. It was really cool. So I'm gonna ask you some questions today about like social media, the impacts it can have on depression and anxiety. Once we get there, you can just tell me how you feel about it.
Okay, that's fine.
What about reflexology? You ever heard of that before?
Actually, no, I haven't. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I will. So when we get to that point, I'm going to share some information with you, and you can just tell me, do you think it's a good thing? Would it be something you would try? Whatever like that. Okay,
Okay,
cool?
yes, that's good. Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the first question. What are your thoughts about how the world is starting to become like more aware of mental health and what we're starting to do about it? How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I feel like not a lot of people are aware with the mental health because honestly, a lot of the mental health could go down by social media, by how they look, how they think, how other people see what other people look. And literally, people could go straight down into their mental health just by looking like, I wish I could look like her. I wish I could be so intelligent like her. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I look at myself in social media like, wow, I wish I had a good career in mental health and like in the right path where they are. Yeah. And it puts you down, but you gotta realize you're not anyone. Yeah. You're yourself.
You're yourself, absolutely. That's a very great point. And I think a lot of things that I hear when I go out and I do this is that like mental health like 15, 20 years ago wasn't something that was normally talked about. People like if they were like, oh man, like I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling like anxious, people just, it's okay, just it'll get over it, just like keep going.
And it's like it sucks because some parents don't even believe that, and it's like
very true.
They won't believe it until boom, they're gone.
Absolutely,
they're
very
gone,
true.
And it's like, wow, I could have helped them. They try to come for help, and I wasn't there. And it's like to the point they go in that position and they go down into depression,
and then they experience what it is. Absolutely. In terms of social media, first of all, what are your thoughts about it, and then secondly, how do you yourself use it?
For social media, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be on it so much back then in my age, but now that I get older, I'm just like, social media, what is it for? It's just for attention. It's just for people could put other people down, like, they post themselves, they're reading out in the outdoors, but they're really not. It's just for attention. It's just for attention. They're really on their phone.
I tell my girlfriend all the time, like, sometimes like she's on TikTok a lot and she'll send me stuff and I'm like, some of these people, they just do it because they want the attention. I know that there are a lot of people out there who are like truly like trying to like promote good things, but there are some people who are just, I want people to see that I'm doing this. And it's like, why can't you just do it without nobody seeing you?
Exactly. It's just attention. Like, for example, like how people be posting on TikTok life hacks and you try to do it and they're not even true.
They don't work.
They just want the attention and the views. That's it.
Very true. Very
That's
true.
it.
In terms of social media, this is a follow-up question to what I just asked. let's say somebody came to you and they
Mhm.
were like, hey, I'm going to give you the power to change something about it. Is there anything you would change? Do you feel like it's already okay the way it is? Or do you feel like maybe people need to change the way that they use it? How do you feel?
Honestly, I would change it a lot because I would be like I would change it a lot because honestly, like I said, people just post attention
Yeah.
or blends or like they just put things that they're not even supposed to post.
Absolutely.
And it's like, for what? You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
why do all that when you could just put something like helpful for people later on in life for the mental health or things like
Very
that.
true. Very
You know,
true.
instead of like, oh, you know, I just won $1,000, you know, I'm about to go invest and then make more money and
Yeah,
flex
yeah.
all my money,
Yeah.
flex my Rolex. Like, come on now. Like, we don't need to see all
I
that.
love
We're not
it.
trying to see what kind of brand is
Yeah,
your Rolex,
yeah.
things like that.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. In terms of anxiety, is there anything, and you don't have to go too in depth with this question, just more surface level, but is there anything that brings you anxiety? And then if so, if there are things that bring you anxiety, what do you do to counteract or cope with how you're feeling in those moments?
I don't know if this count an anxiety, but I get really like nervous and anxious when people like look at me or I'm in the hallway with a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
But I try to, you know, have my chest up, head up, calm down, because I'm like,
Confidence,
they don't know how I feel,
Yeah.
and I don't know how they feel.
You don't.
And
They could
I'm-
be feeling just like you're feeling.
Exactly. So that's why I keep my chest up, my head up, shoulders up, be confident, because if you do those steps,
Yeah.
you're gonna look confident and people
Very
are gonna be like, wow, I'm gonna do the same thing what she's doing.
Absolutely.
I want to look confident how she's looking
Yeah,
confident, and you feel great
I
when you're
love that.
standing up straight.
Yeah. I love that. That's really dope. I think that for me, because I like crowds kind of like make me a little uneasy. I'm good like if it's spread out, but like I feel like if you're in a
tight-
space where it's
yeah.
like a lot of people just in that one space, then I start to feel a little uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
like you said, I'm gonna try to use that, like being more.
And
I'm,
it works.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it works. Trust
Absolutely.
me, you should try it out.
Yeah, I
because
actually have
it's
to go to a party on Saturday, so I'm gonna try to use. I don't even go to parties like that, but I'm going to this one, so I'm gonna just try to use that.
Because
that trick.
honestly, think about it. If you walk in a hallway on your phone, you're gonna look like down, like so down. Your shoulders down.
Yes.
You want to look good,
Confident. Yeah.
confident. Even though
I
you're
love
not
that.
confident, you're gonna feel that type of
Feel it,
confidence.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I came here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get it over with.
Because it's like the law of attraction, right? The way you think, the way you feel, you bring that type of stuff on into your life.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
In terms of, let's get into these questions now. I'll be intrigued to see how you
Yeah.
feel. What are your thoughts about your feet? How do you feel about your feet?
Well, about my feet, my feet are pretty small. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm a size 3, so
Oh my
I'm really
God, still buying kids shoes. Okay.
Yes, so honestly, I like it.
Okay.
Because it's like my shoes are pretty cheap. Because now these days everything's expensive.
Everything's expensive, man.
And I love my pedicures. I love getting massage. I love my feet.
Nice. That's dope. That's dope. Let me ask you this. Has anybody ever complimented you on your feet? Has anybody said, hey, you have really nice feet? Has that ever happened to you before?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. I actually had a friend. Can I get your toe pics?
Wow.
Yes.
Did you give it to him?
No.
Huh. Absolutely
said
not.
I said no. If I'm not gonna be making the money, then you know, come on now. I cannot do that. Like,
Absolutely.
I gotta. If I'm gonna use toe
I
pics,
want to make
some
some
money.
off of it. I feel it.
at
I
least
feel it.
let me get half.
I feel it. Let me ask you this. In terms of like, if you got a compliment about that, when you did get it, how did it make you feel? How were you feeling in that
Honestly,
moment?
it makes me feel a little bit weird, but at the same time, it's like, man, you know, not a lot of people like their feet. I should
Very
embrace,
true.
like, my feet are nice.
Embrace the compliment.
Yeah, because if someone compliments it, it's because it's the truth, you know? If not, they could have just kept them to themselves.
Absolutely. And then not only that, because I always ask this, right? So like, if you get compliments about your hair, your eyes, maybe your smile, your hands, does that feel differently?
Honestly, in a way, it could, because say for hair, sometimes females, I want to say females specifically, females could go up to you, say like, hey, like, I really love your hair, and then start touching it. That's when I'm like, okay,
You're like, uh-oh,
don't touch it. I'm like, when you say that, it makes me feel like, oh, like, I don't like her hair, or it's not all that, you know?
Absolutely. It's almost like a backhanded compliment.
Yes,
basically.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. In terms of compliments you receive, like not just physical, but in general, is there a certain compliment that when you get it, you're like, man, that really made my day. It makes me feel good. Anything like that?
Yes, I love it when I get compliments like, oh my god, I love your energy.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type of person that's outgoing and loves to talk. And no matter what, like right now, I just met you, but I'm talking to you. Like,
and like I told you, the first thing that I noticed, like when I came over, your energy was like, I was like, man, she's like really positive. And most people like who go to school at night sometimes are like
down, like
very down,
trying to go home, get it over with.
Ready to go home, and you were just like, yeah, sure, let's go. Like,
let's do it.
It's dope. I rarely get those type of responses, but I'm always excited when I do. Absolutely.
Yeah, like I said, I'm always down for them.
That's dope. That's dope. Let me ask you this: in terms of pedicures, how often do you get pedicures?
So I usually do them once a month because that's how long they usually grow.
Gel?
Because yes.
All right. Gotta get
you
the
know.
gel. Well, my girlfriend, I pay for her to go all the time, so she gets
nice
gel.
Of you.
Absolutely, man.
And they last longer. They last longer. So
yeah,
once a month because gel lasts way longer.
Nice. Let me ask you this: have you ever heard of a medical pedicure before?
Oh no.
Okay, so that's when you go see a podiatrist, a specialist of the foot.
Oh yeah.
They'll take a look at your feet to like make sure your toenails are growing correctly. They make sure your toe alignment is right. They check your feet for like dead skin, fungus. They do all the work there with like medical grade equipment. It's like the cleanest type of possible like
so deep clean your feet. Yeah.
They don't do colors, but they do like clear coats for you. But it's basically about you getting more info into like your feet and like what's happening there. Like some people have very dry feet. They don't know why. They'll tell you what type of lotion to use. Like, hey, use this type of lotion because it helps out. What would your thoughts be on seeing somebody like that who can give you like insight into like what's going on with your
honestly
feet?
I really would look into that because honestly, if people might think you have straight feet or toes, but you really look at them, one could be a little bit crooked, and that will like change your walk.
Absolutely.
You may think you're walking straight, but that little feet can,
absolutely.
Exactly. And the thing is that like say you have like a little like dead skin around like the corners of your toes, that could get infected a lot to the point like next thing you know, you might get your toe caught up because it got infected.
Whew, boy,
and you gotta get that checked out.
For real, you gotta get that checked out immediately. Absolutely.
Honestly, like you need to that's the thing. Like, it wouldn't be a bad idea because a feet could get infected really easily.
Absolutely. In terms of shoes, how often you were open toe shoes like sandals and flip flops, things like that?
Well, over the summer I do wear them a lot, but when it starts getting cold, I'll wear more closed shoes.
I see, yeah.
But
keep
when
them warm.
But when I'm at home, I wear sandals or flip flops.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you this: do you wear a particular type of shoe like year round, where you're like, I'm more into sneakers, or I'm more into this, or does it just depend on where you're going, what you're doing?
It depends where I'm going. Like, say if I'm just gonna be doing some easy things, I'll wear flip flops. But say if I'm gonna be up and going, moving back and forth, tennis shoes for sure.
Tennis shoes for sure, absolutely. Let me ask you this: how often do you go barefoot, no shoes?
Barefoot? I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I go outside and be barefoot because when I was little, I used to be always barefooted, on the road.
So you're used to that. Absolutely. Have you ever heard of earthing and grounding before?
No.
Okay, so that's like going barefoot in grass, dirt, or sand. People do that to basically clear mental space. So let's say you just got home from school, long day, I had a test, I'm really feeling drained. People will go out and stand in their grass and just stand there to just feel what they're feeling in that moment. Don't focus on what was going on before, nothing about what's happening in the future. Just right now, what is it I'm feeling? And right now I feel the grass, I feel the nice cool breeze, whatever it is. That's supposed to help you clear out mental space, basically.
And you know what's crazy? In the mornings, where I live, I have an apartment, and I have fake grass and a little bench and table. So every morning once I wake up, I like to go outside in the sun to feel the sun. So because I feel like I'm getting the energy back to me.
Exactly.
So once I go back home inside, I just feel good. I feel like I got my sun into
that
me.
Natural energy back. Absolutely.
Because we be so much inside to the point we feel drained because we just get LED lights. We don't get the actual sun.
That natural sun, that vitamin D, basically.
Exactly. And it makes you feel so good. And even your skin starts glowing.
Absolutely. So you're actually doing it already. So that energy that you're getting in the morning every time you go out, that's basically what that is.
It's a great way to start your day.
Absolutely.
Instead of going straight to your phone on social media.
Straight to your phone and what happened on this or whatever. Absolutely. All right, so now, can we see what your feet look like?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, and then so we got on what type of shoes are you? The ones right here. Okay. And then leave your socks on. You just take both shoes off.
Okay, yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to have you put your feet up here. And then we got the ones over there. Okay, and then what type of socks do we got? Oh, Woodstock. We got a Charlie Brown fan here. Lovely, lovely. All right, cool. Let me get you to put your feet out straight like this.
Both or one?
Yeah, both. All right. Cool. All right, cool. So now you can take your socks off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Both?
And you said size 3?
Yes.
Absolutely small. Yeah.
Both?
Cool. Yes. All right. And okay, we got the French petty going on here.
Yes.
All right. All right. Cool. All right, and then so let's take a look real quick. So I don't know if you know about the different toe alignments there are, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you have different toe alignments based on how your toes like grow, right? So what you have right here is called the Egyptian toe alignment. Your bigger toe is bigger than all the rest of the toes.
Yes.
So it kind of goes like in a line like this.
Mm-hmm.
If your second toe is bigger, it's called the Grecian. So it's like a Greek toe, but you have the Egyptian. So you might have a little Egyptian heritage there. Not sure, but you might. All right, and let me get you to stretch out. You might like kind of scoot back just a little bit. And then I'm going to have you just stretch your legs out and then toes up like this. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. How are you feeling in this moment? We kind of met like 15 minutes ago. We've been talking. You're kind of going through this. How you feel right now?
Honestly, this is very interesting. I'm the type of person that likes to do new things. Yeah. So this is like something very new.
Interesting.
Never done this before.
Okay.
And I find it right. Like my feet are breathing.
Okay. Absolutely. Nice. Let me kind of talk to you about the mental health and what got me started in this, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna tie everything together so you understand why I'm doing this. So during quarantine, I was talking to a guy. I was actually watching a guy's channel, not talking to him, but watching a guy's channel, and it was about exposure therapy. You ever heard of that before?
No.
So exposure therapy, let's say for example, you're uncomfortable in a certain like scenario or a certain type of atmosphere, right? And you're like, maybe you go to theme parks and you're like, I never get on rides because like I'm afraid of like how the rides make me feel. Therapists would tell you, go out. Put yourself in that over and over again. Just keep doing it, right? Eventually what you're going to start doing is like learning how to cope. Like, okay, I'm in this moment right now, but what am I really feeling? Like, is anything threatening my life? Anything threatening my safety? And if not, what are you worried about? Like, what's really happening? So when I heard about that, I'm like, man, I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. Like,
I did too.
Absolutely. So I'm like, how do I started learning how to overcome that by like listening to this channel and like hearing about that. So I was like, what I want to do is go out and start a channel, interviewing women, like approaching women who I don't know, they don't know me, seeing if they can be comfortable in the moment, talking to me about these topics, seeing if they can go through the process and like not think about anything that happened before, anything that's happened in the future, just in the moment, right?
Yeah.
The whole point of me doing this is like to like better the conversation that people have around feet. Some people think that it's like a weird thing, that somebody likes feet, like that's weird and it's so odd, and it's like, is it any different if somebody likes breasts or butts? Like,
exactly.
What is the difference?
People say it's weird because other people say, and they're like, oh, if they think it's weird, I'm going to think it's weird too.
Because you're following what everybody else is saying.
Exactly. That's the thing. In this like whole generation, people follow people to the point they don't know who they really are.
Exactly.
That's why you got to go on your own path.
Your own path. And so I started doing this to like try to like make the conversation more of a normal thing so that people like, hey, if you like feet, you could tell your friend and be like, man, hey, I like feet, man, that's cool. And nobody would think like, oh, you're weird and you're strange. Yeah. Like you would just look at it as normal. Oh, that's cool, man, no worries.
It's a normal thing. Like it's on your feet. Everybody has feet. Like why should it be weird?
Exactly. And so I go and I approach women who I don't know, because like foot modeling has become a big thing, right? And like I want to know if the average woman who I approach, how would you feel like being in that moment, like just doing a little modeling? Are you comfortable? Would you be uncomfortable? Like what happens during that process? So that's what my challenge is about. What are your thoughts about that? How do you feel about that?
Honestly, like right now?
Yeah. Honestly, in terms of everything, how you feel?
I feel, I'm not gonna lie, when you approached me, I was like, should I not? But I was like, you know what? Why not? Like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna go home and study. Might as well do something. Later on, I could tell my kids like, oh yeah, I had an interview about my toes.
Absolutely. I went out and did an interview and like, hey, it was cool, whatever.
Yeah,
like
it was cool. Something interesting. Maybe you'll have the same experience.
Sure. Who knows?
Because it's like I'm the type of person that likes to have different, like to experience things. Like
because that's how you truly experience life.
Exactly. Like I could experience something and I might not like it. It's fine. I'll experience something else and I like it because you won't know if you put yourself out there.
Very true. So let's talk a little bit about reflexology and then we'll let you get up out of here. Okay. So reflexology is all about those different like pressure points you have in your hands and in your feet, right?
Yeah.
Those pressure points actually like connect to different parts of your body. So let's say for example through like massage, through acupuncture, through acupressure, you can alleviate like stress and tension to various parts of your body. So let's say, for example, you're somebody who deals with migraines, right? There's actually a portion of your hands and your feet you can massage that alleviates the tension you feel in those moments.
I actually heard that when I had a teacher in middle school, I used to get like little migraines.
Yeah.
And she would tell me if you put a little bit of oil and massage it right here, it would help. And it actually did.
And then also on your feet. So if you put your toes up like this, so right here at the base of your big toe, right here, if you apply pressure there, massage with oils, just like she said, you'll start to alleviate the tension you're feeling in those moments. It won't feel as bad.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And there's also a piercing you can get too, does the exact same thing.
Yeah, I heard about that one too. People think it's just like in your head. Yeah. But really, it's in your body. It's not just your head. Exactly. Because your body connects. Everything connects.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. In terms of that, so when we get to reflexology, we usually talk about like sensitivity. How ticklish do you tend to be?
I'm really ticklish.
Okay, you get pedicures? Are you really ticklish?
Yes. Oh my God. When they pull out the sponge, I'm like, hold on, let me hold on.
I have a trick for you. Do you mind if we test it?
Fine, yeah, it's
fine.
Cool.
All right, so I'm gonna show you what the trick is, and so we're gonna try it without you doing the trick first. Then I'm gonna tell you what the trick is. You try it, and then you're gonna tell me, did it work? Did it not work? Okay?
Yes.
So what I want you to do is tell me which foot is most sensitive and what area is most sensitive on your foot.
They're both very sensitive.
Okay. On
the middle part.
Okay, we're gonna try it out right now, and then you just tell me where you feel it at, where it's at the most. Okay? Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. All right. Cool. All right, ready?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's start with your right foot first. I'm gonna get a little closer.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna start from right foot. We're gonna start from bottom to top. Tell me where you feel it at the most. Which foot is most sensitive? Okay, you ready? Yeah. Can I kind of put your past legs up just a little bit? Just yeah, there we go. No, you're good. All right, cool. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and then where do you feel it?
I feel it
right there. So not so much at the top. You didn't really say anything about the bottom, but like when I got right there.
Yeah.
What would you say the scale is if we're talking about like on a scale of 1 to 10?
From the middle?
Yeah.
From the middle, I feel it from 10, and then
all the way to a 10.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And then from the bottom and the top, I really don't feel it.
Maybe like a 3 or 2 or 3? Okay, all right, cool. Let's try this foot, and then you tell me like what it is here, if it's different. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I see you feel this one more.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the scale here? Because you said on the other one, it wasn't as much. What do you feel on that?
This one, for sure, a 10 on like the whole foot.
The whole foot altogether.
Yeah.
So this one might be like, if you were like gauging it based on what you said, maybe a 7. This one's a 10.
10, yeah.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to want you to wiggle your toes while I'm doing it. You tell me if you feel it more or less, okay? So wiggle here. Okay. You feeling it more or less in that moment?
Less.
Okay. Do you know why?
Because I'm moving my toes?
That's part of it. So think about this. Your mind controls everything. So it's distracted. You're like, I'm going to do this instead, right? So it's almost like a way to distract you. But also because you're moving your feet, like it's basically moving the energy. So the areas that I'm going to, it just moves the energy somewhere else so you don't feel it.
Okay.
Absolutely. So that's a trick for you. You go get your pedicures when they do that.
I really do that.
Wiggle your toes a little bit. Absolutely.
Because I be holding on the chair like, hold on.
And you're not the first person who does that. So let's try. You said this one was really sensitive. So let's try here. All right. Wiggle. Okay. And you tell me, is it more or less? Less? Yeah. What did it go down to? Because you said it was originally a 10.
I feel like that one was more like a 7 or 6.
So it went down a big deal. Okay, cool. I'm going to try one more, and then you tell me, in this one, is it more or less? Okay, ready? Got a feather there, too. All right, cool. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What is this one on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't feel that one.
Is it feel more like a massage?
Yeah.
More? Okay, let's try here.
That what they do.
Oh, this one you feel. You're more sensitive on this side.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna get you to do a couple exercises with your feet. This is like to test the flexibility and like dexterity you have in your feet. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so toes up straight.
Toes.
Oh no. Just how you have them, but toes up more. Yeah, there you go. What I want you to do is bend your toes, make a fist. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. Easy to do, hard to do.
Easy to do.
Easy to do. Relax. Okay, let me get you to spread your toes. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort. Easy to do.
Easy.
You have a good spread. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, last thing, wiggle your toes for about 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel pain, discomfort, cramping. Just keep doing. I hear a toe crack.
Yeah.
Toe pop.
This one, you know what's crazy? I have a toe that pops, and it's always this one.
Always this one over here.
And the thing is, I have my pinkies that pops too, but one's louder than the other.
You right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure you probably put more pressure on your left because you like push off with that and do different things with that. Absolutely, that's kind of why. some things you can do to create more flexibility in your feet is to take a golf ball or tennis ball in the mornings, roll your foot across it. What it'll do is it'll start to loosen up those different muscles and tendons you have in your feet, make it like way more flexible.
Oh, okay.
So some different things you could do.
I might have to do that.
Cool. All right, so let's wrap it up now. All right. In terms of my approach, right, when I came up to you and asked you to do the interview, did you find my approach to be good? Was it bad? What did you think about my approach?
Honestly, it was really good and interesting because I actually learned some things. Like right now, like I'm gonna start doing that. Have a golf ball or a tennis ball and start, moving around with my feet.
And then pedicures.
Yes, and the pedicures, because now I learned that my left leg is more sensitive than my right.
There it is.
Thank you.
There it is.
Never thought one would be more sensitive than the other one. Now I learned.
Absolutely, there it is.
And you see, like doing new things like these, you'll find new things.
Learn new things.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you'll find and learn new things to do.
Absolutely. In terms of my interview, like from start to finish, right? Did you see how everything was going in the line? Did it make sense? Did you learn anything new? We just said you learned a bunch of things, but did it make sense to you? Did you?
Yeah,
what did you think?
honestly, it makes sense because, like, honestly, I like this because, like, at first I was like, the questions don't make sense, but I'll just go with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did help, and I did learn new things. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And I really like this. I'm glad you approached.
Nice. The last thing I always ask from a mental health standpoint, right? A life lesson that you learned. Maybe some wise words that somebody said to you that you could say to my channel.
So I actually have a friend that I recently met, and he told me when you're around people, observe, but don't absorb their energy, because when you absorb that negative energy, you're gonna get it back to yourself to the point you're gonna have a bad day. But if you put your head like into it, that like you're gonna be positive, you're gonna have a good day, and not absorb any negative energy, you're gonna have a good day the rest of the day.
I love that. That is very simple, but it's like so many words, so many things you get from that. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate you stopping to do this interview with us.
Thank you for this.
And we hope that you have a great one. Okay?
Thank you, you too.
All right.